I got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 No filter, I got no filter.
What's up? What's up? Welcome to Paramotor Hangout, Tuesday night hangout, whatever you want to call it. It's a hangout. It's as long as whatever the last thing is hangout, we're good. So we have a few things to talk about tonight. I know myself personally, I just put out a video about an unboxing of a new pizza oven that I'm cooking on almost nightly. Not just pizzas. I cooked the steak on it last night. I've done two pizza cooks, and cooked steaks last night on it. And first night cooking pizzas, not so well. Did not come out very well. Matter of fact, the first pizza came out looking at the same color as my charcoal.
That's awesome.
The second pizza was a little less charcoaly looking and more like cheesy pizza. And the third one came out. I mean, we ate all three, but it was very good. Last night's steak, the pizza oven wasn't quite as warm as I'd really want it to be, but it came out great. No burn. Everything worked out great. And I'm actually cooking for Smart Car Brian and his wife and daughter this weekend while we're camping together. So I'm making pizzas again, so we'll figure out how that works out. Mr. Mark McElroy, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing lovely. My work week goes from Sunday to Wednesday, so tomorrow is always my Friday. So I'm looking forward to that.
And as always, you're usually tired on Friday because you're up on Tuesday night hanging out with us.
Yep, but it's okay. It's just one more day. I stay up past my bedtime.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know where Willard went. I'm
right here.
Man, see what happens when you ask stuff? It just happens. So, hey, Will, how's it going, brother?
What's up, man? I wondered why you didn't recognize me. I mean, I guess I should turn my my camera on. No, I had to shave. I was sporting a beard because I was lazy and I didn't want to shave. But hey, it's Tuesday night and it'll look my best, man.
I will tell you that this show's been running for 3 minutes. You left 1 minute before, so it takes you less than 4 minutes to shave that off.
Actually, I was here as soon as you pushed the play button. I was sitting down, but I forgot to push the camera button on.
JR Paramotor says it's No Shave November. Shayna will be shaving every single day because I absolutely hated that stupid goatee thing that my wife wanted me to try, and I gave it a good shot, and will never venture back into that again. So there's that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I don't shave, it's not because I'm trying to grow a beard. If I'm growing a beard, it's not because I just don't want to shave. I get lazy. I'll do a quick little, around the sides and underneath the chin.
Yeah.
Handy dandy, man.
I'm just glad I have 5 hairs on each chin. It makes it so much easier to finish things up.
There's a joke in there somewhere, man. I'll let Mark take that one.
Yeah, right.
I'm just thinking it's a good thing that I participate in this show on Tuesday night because I hadn't shaved in which I don't grow a bunch of hair, but I hadn't shaved in about 2 weeks and I was looking like a homeless dude, and I shaved right before the show tonight.
Yeah.
So, we got the first question of the night already on the board.
Where do you guys buy your paramotor parts from? Say you need a fuel line or a starter, etc. Me personally, I've had good luck with Sky Sports USA. They're really quick on shipping.
Amen.
Out there, but Sky Sports is not letting me down.
And gliders, or what is it? Glider Sports.
Glider Sports. Yeah, another one.
So not too long ago, you could buy a carb rebuild kit for pretty much next to nothing. Now they're up there in price, and I may or may not have purchased one of those before I went to Ben's house, and may or may not have had it shipped to the wrong address. So they're double expensive when you mess up that way. And just so you know, I think I got a $60 carb kit that came in the other day. Just so you know.
Oh.
That one hurt. I
There we go.
Right.
Sorry.
Right now, everything hurts.
Yeah, right. So let me just go back and reiterate this new pizza oven that I got. I did put a video out for unboxing on it. I'm absolutely in love with this thing. I've had just so much fun. My wife is like, "You're really enjoying this." I'm just like, "Yes, I am." And then I made the inappropriate joke. Well, maybe you should leave the kitchen because you know women don't like men being happy. So, and then she looked at me like I was crazy. Anyways, that's why women have sex with their eyes closed because they hate to see a man having a good time.
What's the matter with him, y'all?
I don't know.
Yeah. So, did you see the one thing about? And then I'm sorry, Shane. Who was it? Mad Sloper just had his first flight on the Ozone Spider.
Very nice.
He really likes it. Yeah. Congratulations, man. Spider's a good wing.
He said he's only had one small oscillation the entire flight. That's pretty good. I honestly don't know. I don't think I get any oscillation with my wing, with my Nuvik Link 2, but I can't confirm nor deny. I know if you wingtip drag and cage drag on takeoff, you will oscillate for a good 5-10 minutes afterwards.
That's just if you're scared and in a state of shock. Now all you do is just pull a little tiny bit of braking, ease up out of the throttle on one side, and let it straighten itself out. No big deal. But then, whew, sweet Jesus.
Mark,
Like to die.
if you would have altered one single thing on that launch, it would have come out completely different. So, man, you nailed it. I mean,
I'll take it.
Spot on with the. Yeah, I'd like to see you do it again, but I don't know I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it worked out good, luckily.
So, what was up, Shane, with the?
The new pizza oven. I had somebody's. Well, I didn't have. It showed up. It showed up at my door. I wasn't expecting anything from UPS or FedEx or whatever, and I got a doorbell notification that there was a package at the door. So, of course, I pulled the Ring doorbell up, and all I could see on the box that's upside down was a pizza oven. I was like, "What?" So I rushed home, grabbed it, put it in the house, and had to go back to work. And then called my wife, and I told her that there is a pizza oven at the house. She asked me how much it cost. I said I don't know because I didn't pay for it. Blah blah blah. And then she said who did it, and I told her I really don't know. And then she calmly and sternly said, "I hate your friends," because her and I receiving gifts is not something we're comfortable with. I mean, we're thankful for it by far, but I wanted it and I was going to buy one, but it showed up at my door, and I'm super thankful. I love it. I'm grateful as all get out. It just caught me off guard. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't prepared for that. So of course I ran home, and then I was told that there was more packages coming the next day. So I had to stack them all up and make a whole video about it. And it was so funny. I literally never looked at any of the packages that came in. I just brought them in the house, set them in one spot, and then went on about my day. I literally, the day I got the pizza oven, was telling my wife, I'm going to go to Walmart. I'm going to get pizza dough. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, blah, blah. She goes, you have no way of putting it in there or taking it out. I'm like, oh yeah, I need a pizza peel. And so the very next day when I opened everything up, the pizza peel was in there. I actually went out and bought charcoal, and I got charcoal in the packages. So I truly didn't look at nothing. But I'm so just absolutely thankful. And again, to the person who got that for me, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. So, have you guys ever used a pizza oven?
I have not. I use my green egg, but when I build my outdoor kitchen, it's going to have a pizza oven.
I will tell you that we have a secret pizza dough spreader guy that's secretly hiding on this channel, just so you know.
And it's not me or Shane, just saying.
No, no. So I'll give you a guess, just one guess.
There's
But
one guy on here that is really good at hand tossed.
I will tell you right now, I can't seem to make a round pizza dough thing for nothing. The shapes aren't even shapes, I'm pretty sure. I think it just looks like it oozed out into whatever direction, and that's it. I might need to call Will and ask him how to help how to do that.
Maybe, yeah. For the right price, I'll help you out with that. I've never used. I mean, I've barely used an oven, so I definitely haven't used a pizza oven. Although I was very impressed with it, and I've never used one. The nice thing about that is it's done so freaking fast.
60 to 90 seconds, and that's not an exaggeration. That's not 60, 90 seconds, and then you start considering it. It's 60, 90 seconds, and you take it off. We're done, you know. And it is truly a very quick cooking. I think the very first night I cooked pizzas on it, I did mess up. I don't know why I was stuck on the number of 900 to 950 to make the pizzas. And let's just say there's no chance on turning it and getting it. Dude, that thing just turned into a cremated pizza in about 4.5 seconds. I was like, whoa. I didn't know I needed a fire extinguisher to put out my pizzas. So let's get into Paramotor and stuff. What is Will, you're on mute. It's the button that unmutes. He's still muted. All right, well, Will tries to figure that out. The guy can make amazing videos, but he can't figure out the mute button. Got it.
I got 100 freaking things on my screen here. Before you move on to that, hold on.
What are we moving on?
I'm gonna show you. Let's see. Window. Is that it?
To the wall.
Yeah. That's it. There, you can see that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so for some reason, Shane, I am not getting notifications that you have a video out. So I don't know if that's a YouTube thing or a me thing or what, but I am definitely subscribed.
Did you hit the bell?
I did hit the bell.
I don't know what to tell you. Now, did you guys ever see the part of the video where I pull out the charcoal tray and it says on there that how to light it, and I'm like, oh, that seems important. I should keep that for later. And then later in the video, when I go to light the charcoal, I go, I don't know how much charcoal to put into this. So I took that clip from before of talking about how to light it and it being so important, and I put that back in there at that point. And I don't know about you guys if anybody noticed it, but every time I watch it, I chuckle at that point because, well, I pretty much just made fun of myself.
So that's the whole unit right there, right? Without the flute or flume or whatever you call it.
Correct. And I'm pulling out everything they stuffed inside of it like a little turkey.
See, when I do it this way, Shane, I can say I watched your video.
Yeah, there you go. So you just missed the part where I took the charcoal tray out, just a hair bit back further. So right there, I just said, "Oh, those are lighting instructions. Those are important." So after I put this whole thing together, I take it out and I load it up with charcoal. I'm like, I'm not sure how much charcoal to put in this. It's literally on that thing that I just threw there. So I put that back in to the video, stating, that's important and you should probably hold on to this for later. But I didn't.
You threw it away.
No, I know I still had it, but I literally just screwed that part all up. It was
Oh,
awesome.
I got you. So you put too much charcoal in it?
No, I don't. So I couldn't get it to go above maybe 700 until I put 2 pieces of wood in it, and then it went right up to 925, 950 in a heartbeat.
Man, that's a nice freaking oven. Is that similar to the one that we were using earlier?
I'm so glad I was about to hit mute on you. That's the exact same one.
Cool.
So, yeah, again, if you guys can keep that,
of course.
Try to. I have to literally think about what I'm going to say before I say it, because I will accidentally say it, and I don't. I was asked not to say it, and I respect that greatly.
Wait a minute, man! No filter, no filter.
Oh, no filter. Why? Listen, if there's somebody asks me not to say nothing, then I'm not going to say nothing. So if we move ahead just a little bit to where I'm getting ready to light the charcoal basket, go outside there, and then Krista. All right, so right there, I'm like, I don't know how much charcoal to put in this, and then I go. I think you missed it. It's just a quick little. Anyways, it's so that's me telling. There's a like I had to go back and put that part back in there because it was hilarious that I had no idea what I was doing, but yet all the instructions are inside.
And, you're burned.
I just screwed it all up, and as soon as you light it, you put the lid on it. Like you literally just put the lid on it. And I didn't have the vent. I didn't even know that vent right there. I didn't even know that was a vent there, and it was closed. So
what's your take on it? Are you happy with it?
Oh, dude, I am in love with this thing. My outdoor light blew, and I didn't have a light bulb, so I just did it in the dark here. But I absolutely love that thing. I think it is so amazing. I sent Mark 10 things other than pizzas to make in that, and fajitas is another one. Sizzling fajitas. You put it in a cast iron pan, slide all your vegetables and your meat in there, and cook it, and have sizzling fajitas. I'm telling you, dude. A stromboli is one of my. Once I figure this thing out, get the temperature right, strombolis for days. Oh.
Hey, just make sure you got it figured out and ready to go before mid-January.
Dang,
yeah.
Man. 14 days to heat up?
Yeah, I don't have... I'd have to get 17 bags of charcoal for that.
That's freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's I worked at a pizza joint when I was 16 years old, washing dishes. I didn't cook anything. I didn't do anything but wash dishes. So that, I guess, doesn't help me experience-wise at all. DP says, the Oni is Mac Daddy. Let's talk pizza. I got it. I got you, bro. Hell yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, DP, I did get it. Hey, DP, I'm in the middle of a show right now. I can't really just wander off. I know it's for later, but yeah, I absolutely love this thing. I'm ready to just. Oh, I even cooked the asparagus on it. I put the asparagus in the in a tin foil pan, or I made a tin foil pan, if you will, and put the asparagus in there and grilled the asparagus on it.
That's a deal, Austin. You're gonna take me to that restaurant he was talking about. So, is there anyone in the chat that does not know how to cook?
Well, that you gotta be careful how you state that, because my wife thinks cooking in the microwave is cooking. That's technically not cooking.
I don't know. I think that would technically be cooking. It wouldn't be cooking like you cook.
So if you put an egg in a pan and lay it on your dash in the middle of summer in Florida, are you cooking?
Yep.
No, the food is no. I disagree. Oh, we're gonna have our first argument. We're live on the air. Let's do it.
Throw down.
Oh man.
John Wayne, you're saying, yep, you don't know how to cook?
Or yep, you know how to cook.
Yeah.
Linda Anderson says she's a skillet queen. I literally have learned how to cook pretty much from YouTube and just life experiences. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I did cook at restaurants, but they were pretty much, you know, you cook a steak. How hard is that? Medium rare, whatever. That part's quick and easy, you know, and everything else was the restaurant had was how hard is it to make mashed potatoes or steamed broccoli? You know what I mean? Like that's not really, in my opinion, it's not cooking. Other than the steaks, everything else was. I don't bake worth a crap though. I will tell you that. Measuring ingredients and stuff, nah, I'm out.
Yeah, well, I'm not there with you. So,
Did someone? That was me. Did somebody give DP a blue wrench or something? How's he putting YouTube video links in there? We gotta stop that. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm totally kidding. DP, you do what you want, brother. Since you won't come on the show and help us out, I mean, golly, what a guy. Me and Will were talking before you got here, Mark, how much that guy would totally help out and make this run so much smoother and be so much more funnier. But he just refuses. He's just mean that way.
what he really said was, it's so much better to have DP on the show than Mark. That's what he really said. I don't know what that meant.
I'm good.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, Mark's like, don't threaten me with a good time. Do we want to discuss the January trip to Florida or leave that for later?
No, I mean, that's fine. I mean, but you know how I feel about the other aspect of it, right?
Are we talking about the XC or just this one?
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
but this is something different, right? I mean, you're doing.
Yeah, so we have got together. We're going to have Paramotor NC, Paralife, PPG, Hay Bale Waller, Smart Car Brian. And you guys don't know him, but he knows you from the show. My buddy Soup, he is one of my closest friends here in Florida and just an absolutely nice guy. What the? Can y'all hear the dog barking? Hold on. Thanks. Make me have to come in there and beat the white off the Rottweiler.
You're on national television, you know.
Anyways, my buddy Soup, he's phenomenal. He just bought, well, he's having built. It's this little camper. It looks like it's a mean off-road camping machine, but it's I want to say it's like a 5. I could be completely wrong on the size of it. But it's you can't stand up in it. It's pretty much just a bed, an air conditioner, and a little refrigerator, and then everything's on the outside of it. So like you cook outside, you do like everything outside of it. But it looks really manly, but it's small. So that will be his first adventure in it, his main voyage, if you will. So, and he's dying to hang out with us. Some reason, Will, he thinks Mark's pretty funny. And
yeah, he don't know me, obviously.
That's exactly what I told him.
I think he's using that as a cover for being able to go camping and hang out with Krista. Same thing I do.
Yeah, I mean, he will straight up tell me the same thing you do. Is Krista going to be there? I'll be there then. I'm like, all right, cool. Thanks, bro.
So you guys are going to get together and stay somewhere where you can fly, like right next to your camping site, or?
Kind of. So we have to go. This place is, I think, 1,200 acres, and I could be wrong on that. I think it's 900 acres. Whatever. It's a whole lot of acres. But the very back of it is desolate. There's a field there. It does have one random power pole that doesn't have any lines. You're good for that, Mark. There's no lines to it, but it's just a pole in the middle of the field. That's really the only thing you got to look out for. Now, on the end of the fields, one end has power lines. Everything has trees around it, but it's huge. It's a huge field. There's no reason why you can't get up and get out in no time. I do plan to
I
lift,
thought it was worth posting.
lift paramotor. Maybe you ought to consider what she was thinking and just been neutral. You know,
Shocking.
yeah, not bad. You got to stay positive when kids do things they're not supposed to. I mean, it is a current situation that she was in.
Indeed. Pretty good, Shane.
Ah, good Lord. Anyways, so there, what I would like to do one morning, because you can't fly out of there in the morning because of quiet time. I don't think
The
that's
show is a good outlet for you. Sorry.
Yeah,
I just wanna-
yeah. Anyways, you can't fly out of there in the morning, so we'll end up going over to Wauchula. But if we can convince somebody, now I think it should be Smart Car Brian, because he did this to me last time. He flew back from Wauchula to where we're camping at and landed there, and I had to drive the 15 minutes back. And before I even left the airport, he was already back because it was strong winds. That dude just all the way back crossed and was gone. So I volunteer Smart Car Brian to while the rest of us fly back and land in the backfield and then go have breakfast.
So it's a campground, and they've got electrical, they've got hookups and all that stuff.
Water and power, bathrooms if you need it. If you're living the van life, you can go and use their shower house and all that stuff.
And what's the weather like that time of the year? But it's really comfortable.
It could be challenging. I will tell you that. We could have a cold snap, and in the morning it'd be, right at daybreak it'd be 32 degrees, but you wait an hour and it'd be 47. So, it's that afternoon would be awesome. You're probably talking 55, 60 degrees in the afternoons. So,
yeah, especially coming from North Carolina or any other state north of there. I mean, that's not uncomfortable flying.
it is for a Florida boy.
Yeah, I can see that.
I didn't fly one time at Ben's house in the morning. I was like, dude, I got up Mark will tell you, I was up, it was dark outside. I was starting a fire outside, and I walked over into the grass and it crunched because of the ice on the grass. I was like, yeah, I'm not going. I'm not flying in this. None of this looks fun.
So is this a kind of a like how many people total?
Actually, give me 1 second, because actually Brian's parents, Smart Car Brian's parents, are going to be there, who are freaking awesome people. Smart Car Brian, Ben, Mark, Jason, myself, and I want to say
my dad's supposed to be there.
Yeah, Mark's dad's going to be there, but I was counting that as one from our campsite from our. I want to say there's almost 10 campsites, and almost everybody flies except for Brian's parents, Jason. So yeah.
Well, Jason's going to be there.
No, my buddy Soup from here, that one's getting a new camper. Yes, I did go to Ben's a few weeks ago, and I had a blast, and I learned what a pizza oven was, and I got to see it in action, and it was amazing, and now I have one. It's pretty awesome. Yes, everybody knows that. Mark can't even deny that. I mean, he'd have a better chance of telling us it's only orange juice in that glass.
It might be.
So what if, because I'm I'm pretty much a hard maybe no on that trip because I mean I'm kind of hoping to go down to Florida later in the year, later in the winter or whatever.
You can't go twice.
That's a long drive, man. You wouldn't
You
So,
got
understand.
the Predator van.
It's not a predator van; it's a creeper van.
no, hold on. How far, Will, is it from your house to Mark's?
My house to Mark's. What do you think, Mark? 6 hours,
Yeah.
5 hours, maybe somewhere thereabouts.
So you drive 6 hours to Mark's. You sleep in the passenger seat the entire way. It's an 8 hour, roughly about an 8 hour trip from Mark's house to the campground. And then you wake up and you got everything there and you're ready to go.
But hey, it's just one of those things. If and it might be that come January, because I was talking to someone today, and technically, I'd say the flying season is over. The fly-ins and stuff, but that doesn't mean you can't get together with your friends or a small group of guys flying.
Right.
Just have to see how and when it gets a little closer, how I feel.
Hey, Mark, can you do me a favor? How far is the campground we're talking about from your, like, in correlation to your dad's, or is that too far diagonal south? I'm thinking,
It,
what if we flew from Wachula and flew to the West Coast and then had your dad pick us up or whatever? Or is
oh
he?
well, he don't mind driving at all, so that doesn't matter. But he's from my dad's house to where we're gonna be is about an hour and a half.
Oh, hell, we could fly there, refuel, and take back off and come back. Almost. Hey, Will, can you lift Paramotor? Can you tell him to park there? I don't want to say the park out loud because I don't want to go and blow that spot up. Um, I've asked every time I've gone there if we could fly there, and they're like, yes, you can. There's nothing in the rules saying you can't. So they give us permission to fly there. But with that being said, you get up and you get out. There's a ton of farmland. There's tons of swampland for as far as the eye could see. There are some I call them mountains, but they're gigantic hills of some kind of something like at over at Swanee, that big hill that I landed on way off in the distance and
The
took a
dump?
break. And no, it's not a dump. It's like
Yeah,
some kind of
yeah, landfill.
lime. It's a lime or lime rock or something that they're digging up. There's the same thing there. There's a golf course. I will tell you right now. There's a golf course where we're going to. First of all, this golf course is huge. It's gorgeous and it's filled with deer. That every time we go there, I mean, I see 40, 50 deer in this stupid golf course every single time we go. It's amazing.
That's cool. It sounds intriguing. I mean, we've got a campground up here that we go to, and it's a similar situation. Super close. You just camp, then step outside, grab your gear, and take off. And,
Well,
I thoroughly enjoyed doing that.
well, where we're camping at, you just load everything up in a truck or two, and then you got to go, 10 miles an hour through the park, and then you go out back. It's maybe an 8 or 9 minute ride from the campground. Um, I would they ask that we fly from the back and land from the back where the campers are. It's a nice field right behind you. You're like, I can just launch from here, but that's not what they said we can do. So I tried to not ruin an LZ by doing something because I decided I think it would be cool. But I will tell you that the campers absolutely love us flying over the lake in front of them. You'll have
I was just going to ask you that. That's good to hear.
you will get 40, 50 people standing on the lake's edge just hooting and hollering, having a good time watching us. So that's Brian, Smart Car Brian actually has a screensaver that a picture of him foot dragging that pond right in front of everybody. And Krista was right on the edge of the the bank when he came by, and she took a picture of him foot dragging. It's a killer photo, and of course, if I did it, I'd have to have everybody land out and come get my wing out of the water. But that's a different story. I'm just saying. Let me go check the front door or the back door real quick. Somebody's here, I think. Keep going.
Okay. All right. Well, Mark will keep it going for you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So,
I got
go ahead, man.
what's that?
Go ahead. I was just saying, go ahead.
Oh, I'm halfway through editing day 2 from Ben's house, and I did a good slow motion of that big buck that I jumped that day, and it's turning out good so far.
That's really surprising because North Carolina is not known for its big deer. I mean, Ohio, yes. Kentucky, okay. But yeah, I mean, we got a lot of deer, but they're not usually very big.
Yeah, that's how it is here in Georgia. We have a bunch of small deer, compared to them. I don't know if he's gonna do this on camera or what. But yeah, that deer is huge.
Oh, I did forget. So the last time Krista and I went to this campground, we were on the segways. I'm sorry, I just jumped in. I'm sorry, but I don't want to forget. And we were on our segways, and Krista was slightly ahead of me, and this damn hog come out of the bushes, coming right in front of her. And I'm telling you, if she was another 2 foot out in front in front of this hog, like a 150-pound hog would have just straight up took her out. And it was amazing. She got all scared, and I was laughing because the hog was just trying to get away, and she thought it was coming after her, and it was all good. Anyways, that's my story.
We did just throwing a little awkward silence in there.
It's fun. And most of the shit I do, stuff I do is awkward, anyways.
Well, we'll check. I'll just see how I feel come January, and I know it's probably it's not one of those things where at the spur of the moment you can change your mind and I'll go, because I'm assuming there's reservations and all that stuff, meal plans and.
Well, if you decide to go, I got a camper with just Krista and I in it, so if you want to stay there, you're more than welcome.
Well, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Just to save you the whole trouble and all. But lift paramotor. When are we doing that again? What is it?
The 19th, January 19th through the 22nd.
And I will tell you, those campsites. This park is, yes, Tony, you can kill hogs here in Florida year round on private property, not a county park. Just so you know, they frown upon that. But yeah, if you're interested, and it's weird too, this county park is so far behind in times that they don't take reservations online. You got to call them, and then if it's far enough out, they'll ask you to send them a check because they don't have digital way of receiving money. I'm like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, in 2022, right?
Yeah, I'm like, are you on dial-up? I mean, are you calling me back on a rotary phone? How does this work? Like, it's serious. But yeah, Mark sent the check for all of our for our trip or whatever. So thanks, Mark, for giving us the check to go ahead and. Because Shane didn't have it. It's only
that's all good.
I want to say for 3 nights, water and power, and they do have dump stations there, but I want to say it was 81.75 or 81.50 for the 3 nights per site, which is not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
But if you'd like to fish, there are a ton of lakes inside of the park that you can fish. They literally have boats, a boat ramp or boat dock, and you can launch a boat or you can launch kayaks wherever. It's pretty awesome.
I was looking for something here.
Yeah. Who'd you say? What was his name for Lift Paramotor? And I haven't met him.
Austin,
Austin. I don't know if I met him or not. Have I?
I think you did meet him. Yes, I think you have met him. Well, actually, you didn't go to Moonshiners.
No, not this year. I'm going next year. Don't tell Mark.
I won't tell him. So they don't have any. No, it's just like dial up, basically.
So when you have to call the park, you have, and their hours, dude, don't even get me. Thursday to Tuesday, it's from this time to this time, and Wednesday and Thursday, it's a different time. It's like they work half day on Wednesday and Thursday, or Wednesday, Tuesday, yeah, Wednesday and Thursday. I don't even know. It's weird. It's like you have to call, listen to answer machine, and then call them back. If you just leave your name and number and say you'd like to make a reservation, they'll call you back. Just give them your name and number. Whoa. What in the world?
What in the dial up Obama phone?
You've got mail.
Mm.
That was for
That's
Tony.
awesome.
There you go, Tony.
Tony wanted to know how is wild hog eating. It's somewhat relaxing once they stop kicking, but now I should if I cared enough I could actually do a video on preparation for wild hog, because I literally take a hog after I've killed it and I butchered it, cleaned it, I put it in a cooler of ice for 3 to 5 days and keep replenishing the ice and keep draining the water. And what that does is it pulls all of the gamey, bloody stuff out of the meat, and it's much better. That's how I do mine, and I absolutely love it.
I answered the question: when the grocery stores run out of food, then it's good.
I will tell you, Shane will never go hungry. If all these stores go closing, Shane ain't going hungry. I have a paramotor and a shotgun. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah, but if you live in the state of Florida, you're pretty much, okay.
Yeah. When I had my property down south in Grant, we go down there year round and kill hogs. They're to maintain the amount of hogs that you have right now, and for them not to overpopulate. They say you have to shoot 9 out of every 10 hogs you see.
Wow.
They multiply way more than rabbits. So, and they're not even supposed to be here in the United States. They were imported back when America was discovered, and they escaped and then multiplied, and then seriously, that's how.
No, I was laughing at what DP said.
That was good.
Hey, actually, I just found out that Dairy Queen they have put one up in the avenues by my house, which is maybe 15 minutes down the road, and I no longer have to go 45 minutes down the road to go to Dairy Queen. I literally found that out today.
Nice, man. I'm not good with you after all.
Well,
seems like this question has come up before.
I think so. The only place that I know you can shoot hogs from an aircraft is Texas, but it can't be the pilot doing the shooting. So whether or not paramotors and you're having let's say you're doing a tandem and the person in the front has got the gun, I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure you can only do a tandem for instructional.
How to shoot hogs.
Yeah.
I'm instructing you on which hog to shoot.
Don't forget that the little thing I wanted to talk about too, Shane.
Yes, let's get into that, because I honestly think this is probably one of the most craziest videos that I have seen, and I have so many questions of even how it even got into this, how this person got to this situation. So let's play it.
All right. Well, and so to preface this, I do want to say that this is in no way judgmental or to be mean or to critique. Well, critique, I guess, is okay, but the intention is to show the importance of something that should be included in everyone's pre-flight, and it's something that's easy to overlook, and but it is super important. So with that said, we'll roll the beautiful bean footage if I can find it. And by golly, I found it, I think. Oh, no. Hold on. Dang, man. Me and technology just do not get along. Keep talking, Shane.
Yeah, so Will is doing something.
Will's doing something in the back. He's doing something. I did find it. All right. So present.
Tony just commented, don't they let you shoot from a helicopter? I believe I said you can shoot from helicopters. You just can't be the pilot shooting from the helicopter.
All right. So this is a series. I did get it, Shane. This is a series. There's just 3 short little clips, and you all can try to figure out what's going on here. That's the first clip.
That looked expensive.
That's the second clip.
And this next one is the one I've been waiting on. That's the first time I've seen that one.
This one's priceless.
That one looked expensive as well.
Yeah, they were all expensive, but they could have been a whole lot more expensive. Let me stop screen sharing here.
So easily enough.
Well, did anyone say anything in the chat as to what it was?
I haven't seen nothing yet. You know, they're like 40 seconds behind.
John Wayne.
Now, I will say the very first one, that guy started his motor up and then dropped his throttle, and that's what got caught on the rack. And as he pulled away, it compressed the throttle and left it wide open. And man, dude, I mean, it's just something that you overlook so often. Like, I never start my motor unless my throttle is in my hand, and I don't let go of that throttle unless my motor's off. But I mean, you see people doing trike guys. To me, I see them every time they get next to their machine or stand in front of it, and they start it up, and they've got the throttle in their hand, and they're holding back the machine as they're doing full throttle. What if that thing just decides to just be full throttle when you start it? You know, I think you would rather sit. I don't even know if it'd be safe to sit in the thing, to be honest with you, because if it's going full throttle and you start getting whiskey throttle and you get the speed wobbles, what are you going to do then? You're not even strapped into that thing.
Yeah. And there's 2 basic things that can go, I guess, technically wrong. But one is your throttle gets stuck open, and the other is your throttle gets stuck closed, or your cable breaks, or something along those lines. But by far, the most dangerous of all is the throttle that's stuck open, and that can happen right at startup. And I'll tell you a personal story about that, but it could happen right at startup without warning. It could even happen when you're in the air, and so. The dangerous one, though, of course, is when you're on the ground. And even if your throttle is, and this is kind of off topic, but it's related, even if your throttle's working perfectly, I will admit that I have attempted to ground start. I will also admit that I will never do it again, because the motor almost got away from me. And the way it happened is, you're holding the motor in preparation for that start. And what happens is the motor pushes towards you, right? Well, you got the throttle in that hand, most likely, or something. I don't know. But the throttle was in my hand, the same one that I was holding, but I was trying to put the throttle in between the frame so that there was no way for it to, engage or whatever. Well, that didn't work for me, because when the thing starts up, unless you are perfectly centered on that paramotor, it's going to surprise you. And it surprised me.
So when I did I changed my piston out and had to do the break-in. I mean, I was holding this paramotor for 5-6 minutes, putting it down. Then you run it for 2-3 minutes, put it down. Like, I got so exhausted and tired from doing this that at one point I was like, I'll just ground start it right now. And then I go, wait a minute. Nope, you're the guy that is going to get chewed up. Like, I was like, if you're too tired, we're not doing this. Like, was my opinion at that point. So I sucked it up and finished doing the rest of the break-in. But it stayed on my back. But it was not fun at all. I was exhausted when I was done. Because you're talking, a break-in's almost 15 minutes worth? I mean, you start it and let it run for a while, then you shut it off, you set it down, and then once you start doing the 2,000 RPMs for 4 minutes, I mean, you're holding yourself against the wall. This thing's pushing on you, it's pushing down on you. The time I was done with this, I was just like, yeah, screw this break-in thing, dude. Like, I was done with it. When, like, if there was another step, I would have done it. I'd just been like, it's fine. It's running.
Yeah. I broke my last paramotor in on my back. I'll never do that again. Man,
Yeah.
That was grueling.
I'll build a rack for that, dude.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. What happens? Let's say you're at 1,000 feet and you go, oh, I want to go up to 3,000 feet, and you hit the throttle and it just sticks wide open and your kill switch doesn't work. What do you do?
That's a really good question. And I can't remember who it was we had on the show, actually has a cable attached to their spark plug wire that in the event, because they can't reach it.
Right.
There's no way to reach back there and get it to pull the plug, but to where he could, in an emergency, pull the cap off. I've never seen that in action. I've never actually seen how he did it, but that doesn't sound like a terrible idea, I guess.
No, but you don't have any of these setups, these aftermarket ideas. You're 1,000 feet and you got 2 hours worth of fuel, and it decides throttle wide open, and you can't reach you can't reach your primer bulb. You can't reach the boot for the spark plug. What do you do?
Or the holes on the air box to smother it, to choke it out. And
I can't reach any of that.
You could pull your chest straps off if you really needed to.
No, I'm not pulling that off.
Yeah.
That is.
Are you basically saying I don't know exactly where you're going with it, but to configure the wing to give the least amount of lift possible?
No, I'm talking about to get to the motor in air and kill the motor. I don't think that'd be the end of the world.
Well, on mine, I can actually reach the primer bulb, so that would be my solution.
I cannot reach mine. I can't reach the box, the air box. I can't reach the spark plug cable. None of that is reachable. I've tried. I have tried to wiggle, not take my chest strap off. That to me is just no. I can't do that. But
well, if your throttle and kill switch both aren't working, just toss your throttle back there in the prop.
Yeah, hope for
that'll
the best.
take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna break half of the prop off.
Hey
I
man,
Yeah,
you got
there you go.
if you got no prop, you got no lift. That's for sure.
Yeah, but you got to
Yeah,
break it
there you
off
go.
evenly. You can't just leave half of the prop on there. I guess it would break itself off from all that.
And
That's scary.
when it starts turning 10 grand, it'll take care of itself.
Mm-hmm.
It'll shut off, trust me.
What I asked this question during when I was going to school to learn to fly, and you have a choice. You either get comfortable in your seat and get lift until your motor can't run no more, or you just hold, say, left brake and do spirals to try to limit the amount of lift that you get. Not a tight, not a full spiral, but you're gonna spiral up, but it's not just going straight up. So now you're taking a longer distance to gain altitude, if you will. So I I have no idea. Like if that
That's what I
situation,
would do. Yeah,
what's that?
that's what I would do. I would put the wing in the least liftiest configuration I could possibly do. Like I think would be what so trims all the way out, right? Would make you faster, but
Yeah.
it would reduce drag. And then just maybe use pitch steering and just kind of do some small circles because the more you turn, you increase the horizontal component of lift or whatever. As you turn, you're going to lose altitude, so it requires more power to maintain that same altitude. So I think that's what I would do. But for those of you who for sure cannot reach anything, it wouldn't be a bad idea to think about it. What would you do if? Um,
I like Lift Paramotor says just jump out of your harness. You won't have to worry about the motor anymore.
that's brilliant, man. Yeah, that's right. Problem solved.
You went from one problem to a whole different one.
The heck with this, I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess you know what I would do honestly between throwing the cable back there is I got that battery for my probes or my strobes. I guess I just chuck that in there and hope for the best. I don't know. Like if you could not stop anything and you could not stop going up, getting lift. I mean, and you've got a full tank and you're already at 1,000 feet and you just wide open. Man, I would just hook it and just I'd be dizzy as all get out time it was over and done with. But uh,
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
yeah, yeah, I was just gonna pull that up. Will um, that's what Mark was saying, and I don't know if I'd have the. I guess I would have the guts to do it because I really don't want to be sitting at 16,000 feet still climbing if I could. You know what I mean? Like none of that seems fun either.
Yeah, barrel
Yeah,
roll.
and if you think about it, when you're sitting there, it's not like you're in the middle of doing a barrel roll. Um, it wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
No,
The only another thing I could say about it is you do have a kill switch, right? But it is possible that your kill switch and your throttle go out at the same time. I think Honeycutt had that happen to him. The only thing I could add to that is don't give up trying. You know, I've actually had my kill switch not work, and then it was a slight jiggle, and I tried it again, and it worked. So, oh, if you for some reason if your throttle is acting wonky, if it's not quite right, and you know it's not quite right, don't continue the flight. Just go ahead and land and take care of the issue on the ground because that's telling you something's not where something is wearing, something's not right, and it's going to fail. If you haven't had a broken cable in your flying career, you will.
I
That's
won't. I won't say the pilot's name, SCB, but this dude is. He's like, oh, my prop's delaminating. Throw some super glue. Wait 5 minutes. Okay, let's go do a cross country. I'm like, I'm getting tired of picking you up out of the woods, dude. Like, just. I mean, it's an adventure with him every time. You don't know if we're coming back together or you're coming back and then going to pick him up. Um, it's always something with him, and he'll tell you, "Oh, my motor just quits. If I let off the throttle, it dies." Next thing you know, you see him down there foot dragging. It's just, I mean, why? If it's not running right, stop. He's like, no, it'll be fine.
This person is an anomaly. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, nice guy, but man, I could see it being an adventure.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy, but man.
And I've heard of people saying to put a second kill switch on it, and I'm trying to. I'm thinking I'd rather have it be simple.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things. If you don't need it, it's useless, right? And it's just until you need it that, man, I'm glad I got it.
Yeah, but also if you start putting 2 or 3 systems for everything, something's bound to fail. You know, that's just my thinking. To each their own, of course.
Yeah. Was it Keegan? Maybe Keegan Mold that had that same setup. Maybe had Brian Waller. Didn't he do something with a separate kill switch?
Well, I know that the Pluma, it has that Pluma I had. It had a master switch and a kill switch from the factory.
Mr. Dana 54 says his is factory standard. So, I like to see that. I like to see some redundant systems, especially something as important as power.
Is Dana the same gentleman we were flying with at Ben's?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Great guy.
Yes, he is.
But I won't tell him that in person.
Hell no. Think we're friends or something.
Yeah, well, and you guys need to quit flying the same wing. It makes my editing hard.
Yeah. You got to look for the red suit.
We can't have matching wings at the same flying. Sorry.
Matching wings, matching size, matching everything.
Oh, that's hilarious. I did hear that conversation today from Mark. He's like, "Man, I'm editing this, and these guys got the same wings. I don't know which one's which."
Just say Will Fly or Dana.
He did say he knew. Mark did say he knew which one you were when the guy that just kept running and then stopped running because he couldn't run no more.
Yeah, that was me.
Everybody's like, everybody's like, "Go, Will, go." Will's like, "I'm done."
Says he has the shoes.
Yeah, that was awesome. It's so funny sitting on the sideline watching someone launch, and it's a perfect inflation, perfect everything, and they stop. You're like, why? Like, you're so disappointed in the situation. You're like, why didn't that work? And you're like, well, this happened or that happened. You're just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But before, you were so offended it didn't work for that person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting there going, why didn't Will just take off? Oh, yeah.
No, I've done the same thing. I'm like, man, he had it. Why did he stop?
What is wrong with this guy? Yeah, it's pretty awesome, dude. I did the same thing to you, Will. I'm telling you right now, I was like, I don't understand. Everything was perfect. You just had to lift your legs. But yeah, when you're done, you're done.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It was a good time. Hey, it's 9:02 already.
Oh, shoot, really? Holy crap. Wow, dude, that was fast. Now I know what my wife feels like. All right, so. What do you guys think that meant? What are you guys talking about?
I don't know. Mark laughed, so I laughed too.
Yeah, I just feel it just is one more reason to feel bad for Krista.
I felt her earlier. She felt fine. Oh man! All right, so I know Mark's got to get up in about 4 hours to go to work because I don't even understand it. The guy's at work 6 hours before I get to work, and he's still at work when I leave after working overtime at my job. So I don't even know how I don't even understand it. Then he's got to come home, cook dinner, make a charcuterie board, and dust and clean and sweep and take the dog for a walk. And
I'm just hired help around here, man.
Oh man! All right, Will. Where can we find you at, sir? And why don't you have a TikTok yet? Just asking for a friend.
I do have a TikTok. I just don't use it. I probably should use it a little bit more often. But yeah, you can find me on YouTube. Just search for Will Fly or online at willflyppg.com.
Mark McElroy, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me on YouTube, Paralife PPG. I should drop another video tomorrow afternoon. And unlike Will, you can find me in January down there in Central Florida hanging out.
Oh crap! Real quick, I forgot all about this, and I apologize. So, Mr. Tony in the chat here, he is on his 67th birthday. Happy birthday to Tony.
Happy birthday, man.
He looks pretty bad for his age. I know. No, for real. Happy birthday, Tony. I hope Angela did something good for you or let you, I don't know. Whatever. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
And you can find me on here on Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane on YouTube and TikTok at ppgshane.com. Check that out. I got some pretty cool content on there. Not like my YouTube channel. Anyways, yeah, go back and look at that unboxing of that pizza oven. It's a pretty good video. I liked it. I think it was hilarious. My wife makes a bunch of jokes, so many that I had to delete a lot of it. So the editing that I did is not smooth, but when it jumps, it's because my wife made an inappropriate comment or joke, and I had to delete it because she's hung around me for, we've been together. October 30th was our 29-year anniversary from our first date. So that's why she's bad now. She's hung around me for 29 years, and I have finally influenced her to be a naughty thinking person, which is awesome. Deweese. All right, guys. We will see you guys next Tuesday, and hopefully I get some time to edit this video that of bins that I went to and post that. So till next Tuesday. Actually, Monday night we have. Will, you want to give us Monday night?
Yeah, man. Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, Grandpa, and then of course here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Paramotor hangout. Come join us. Oh, Thursday night too. Paraglidingtalk.com with Robert Michaels. 8 p.m. No, that's 9 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube.
Are you sure about that? It's not 8 o'clock Eastern time here?
Yeah,
or is it?
I'm positive. Okay. Yeah, 9 o'clock Eastern. And then Wednesday is...
Fly.
Want to Fly? They changed the name, but it's with Flying Flamingo, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.